Good evening and welcome to Teacher Talk Tuesday. This is your host, Dr. Yvonne Henderson, and our topic tonight will be dealing with parents who are educators. Yes, dealing with parents who are educators. This can be a tricky thing to do when you have to deal with an educator who is also a parent. I know firsthand because being a parent myself and having to deal with my son's teachers, it could be a little difficult because sometimes parents who are educators seem to think that they know everything that's going on in the classroom based on how they run their classroom. They feel like things should be ran according to their methods and their standards when dealing with their students' teachers. Sometimes I learned that I had to sit back and I had to not take my teacher self with me to the school when I went to talk to teachers about my son. But I just found out I had a situation yesterday. I had an email or text message from one of my parents from during the remote education forum, and the parent emailed me or texted me and told me that they were not happy with the way I dealt with their child or how I spoke to their child because my tone was very condescending and I didn't seem sympathetic or empathetic to the student not being able to get the questions answered that they wanted. However, he said the student was concerned about their grades and they thought that I would be a little bit more empathetic to the student wanting to bring their grade up, seeing that there's a lot of students who are not even participating in the remote learning. I took into consideration everything that that parent had to say and I read it and I went back and I looked through my logs. Your child hasn't even logged into the system. Your child does not come to any of the online conferences. Your child does not step into the classroom when I'm teaching remotely, when I'm recording. Your child doesn't show up for any of those things. And the statement that he was upset about was at the end of it when she asked me what could she do and if we could work one-on-one. And my answer to her, and maybe it was my tone, I told her that, if you come into the classroom, do what you need to do. Make it to some of the discussion classes, make it to my office hours. If you have questions, then maybe I can work with you, but I'm not your one-on-one tutor. You cannot not come into class, not show up on online classes, and come to me on Friday and ask me a question about your grades when you've seen your grades. Now, mind you, I have my system set up where anytime they do an assignment, I have it set up where they can automatically get their grade once they're done. Before they hit submit, it shows them what grade they received on that particular assignment. So this particular week, this child received a 40% and a 60% out of 100. And you're asking me, what can you do to get your grades up? Well, my concern or my comment was you weren't in the discussions. You didn't come to any of the live sessions. You didn't come in when I was giving instruction. You did not come in when I was giving strategies and methods of what you needed to do to help you be successful in the classroom. Yet now that you've failed these two assignments, you now want me to spend more time to come in and work with you one on one. Okay, that's what my office hours are for. They're posted, they've been posted since day one. Now, this parent tells me, oh, I'm an administrator at a high school, and I just feel like you should be giving more time to your students dealing with this epidemic and online teaching. So, if you're an administrator at a high school, your child is in sixth grade, what are you doing at home with your child to help her be successful? See, at the end of the day, people, you can be an administrator, but you're a parent. If your child has work to do, what are you doing as a parent? Again, we want to put everything back on the teacher. Yes, I will do my due diligence. I will do what I need to do. I'm spending extra time getting lessons prepared to put online. I'm doing extra work to create PowerPoints to present work and lessons to your child who's not showing up. But now, even when you have replay, watch the replay of the video. I record every lesson that I teach. So even if your child doesn't make it to the live to be able to give input or to ask questions, you have a replay of the video. You can type questions in the comments even still on that if you don't get in on time. So at the end of the day, what else am I supposed to do? What else do you need me to do that you're not doing? Then you come back and you tell me, well, we have 4 kids here and they're all trying to use the internet, and we're trying to use the internet as parents to get work done and everybody can't get on. Okay, I understand that too. And when your wife texted me when school started and told me that it was hard for her to get on at 9 o'clock to do attendance, I told her that's fine. Whenever you get on, you get on. You have a whole week to get your assignments done from Monday to Friday, but I'm not empathizing with your child. From Monday to Friday, you have not logged on one time to come into my office hours. You have not logged on one time to come into a recorded session where I'm dealing with the topic, where I'm reading the story with the students, where we're having discussions about the story and you're getting feedback firsthand. You have yet to jump in on that, but it's my fault that your child is failing and I'm not doing anything to empathize with them. Come on, parents. Educators who are parents, I'm going to need you to step back. Take a look at what you're not doing. Take a look at what you could be doing now that you're home. You're an administrator. You're not doing a whole lot now. There's nothing to administer. There are no schools that are open. So if you're in this town and you're working and you're at home, help your child. Sit down with your child, read with them, make sure that they get online when they can. Send me some messages, but do not miss my class Monday through Thursday and then send me an email on Friday and want to know what can I do to bring my grade up. Well, first of all, I need you to make sure, because you didn't turn in the assignment, you didn't turn in the project that was due. But yet you're concerned about your grade, but you didn't turn on a project that you had a whole week and a half to do? Come on. Let's stop trying to blame the teacher for the failure of our students. Let's stop trying to put all of the blame on the teachers for students who are failing. Another parent, prime example, you tell me that I'm not doing anything for your child because they have a 504 and I'm not accommodating them with their accommodations. Yes, I am, but is your child showing up in class? No, this child came in, you didn't even show up for class. I don't know if you read the story. You didn't chime in with the discussion, but then you take the quiz, the 20-point quiz, and you get 4 points out of 20. Now, mind you, everything is explicit. Now, explicit, implicit. If it's explicit, that means the answer can be found directly in the text. Every question was explicit. So that means you either didn't read the story or you didn't think it was important enough for you to go back in the story to find the answer. But again, it's my fault as a teacher because I'm not giving them what they need. Come on, parents, let's stop. Let's stop treating educators like we don't know what we're doing. Let's stop acting like this is the first time you've realized that your child is not doing anything. Let's stop trying to have a fallback to blame any and everybody for what our child is not doing. It's time out. So if you want to comment, if you have any questions, please hit me up at teachertalktuesday@gmail.com. That's TEACHERTALK, the number 2, UESDAY@gmail.com. And I would love to hear what you have to say about this topic. Or shoot me an email and let me know about a topic you would like to hear about. Or maybe you might want to be a guest on my podcast. I would love to have you. And again, this is your host, Dr. Yvonne Henderson, and you have been listening to Teacher Talk Tuesday.